interactive as possible. So uh, I'll start with my journey of what we do, what we started, how we started, and what we have built specifically. So Nimbuspost, I started this. I've been with the e-commerce and logistics space. It's been 7 years. You could say down the line, I started my first tech venture when I was 18. You could say I moved out of my high school and I was into the e-commerce. I was into the tech, and instead of going to the college, I thought let's build something and let's utilize those years in building something. So I started with my first venture that was into e-commerce enablement. We used to work with a lot of e-commerce sellers, small and big brands, and help them to go digital and go online that time. And then I worked, you could say, 3 years into it, and I moved to, I was working with Facebook, Asia Pacific region, helping brands to scale on different performance marketing channels, how they can increase their spend, how they can increase their scale in different performance marketing channels. And I realized that shipping was one of the major pain which sellers had or which people were facing, you could say. So that time I started Nimbuspost. So it's been, you could say, 2.5 years of the journey. We're a simple logistics automation, manage the entire supply chain. So whether it's a hyper-local delivery or you could say you want to deliver shipment at a national level, you want to do distributed fulfillment, you want to do international shipping. So we help brands with all kind of shipping and logistics or supply chain solution, where we help them to manage their entire supply chain with technology. Instead of brands going to 50 or 15, 20 different supply chain partners, when you're an early stage brand, when you start your brand at an early stage, if you go to different logistics companies or supply chain companies, until you don't have volume, people don't see you or people don't entertain you as much. So the platforms like us is like a plug and play platform. You come to us, sign up with us, it's 5 minutes activation, and you start shipping. You get all bucket of different you could say all different 3P partners at one go, and it's like a you could say one click activation and you start shipping. So we've been doing this logistics automation for a lot of brands. We've been working with a lot of D2C brands. So we started with early stage e-commerce seller. Then we slowly scaled to, you could say, a big bucket size. We've been working with 20,000 D2C brands as of now. We have scaled to, you could say, 200 crore of run rate in 2.5 years, you could say. And we are helping all brands to solve all their supply chain, logistics, warehousing, fulfillment, and entire solution for the supply chain.
Okay, so thank you so much, Yash, for the introduction, and I would love to have you have a seat, and I'll join you. And we are going to have a discussion regarding something that's really coming with all the traffic of shipping. It becomes more difficult. Okay, the speed of packaging, the entire supply chain, everything. I think it's not more than just a festival; it's a gifting season, right? From corporate gifts to personal gifts. If anybody needs my address or Yash's address, we love receiving gifts, right? So don't hesitate in that area, okay? So Yash, I have a few questions. I know you already introduced the company, but I would now love to sit with you and understand one basic thing. Like, you know, I always ask a founder, why did you start this particular business?
Sure, I would love to answer this. So as I shared, I was working on performance marketing and with a lot of D2C or e-commerce brands in India. Even I started one of the brand of mine a couple of years back. And when I started scaling the brand and scaling operation, I realized logistics was one of the major pain points. So logistics and supply chain sounds easy for e-commerce, but that's one of the most difficult and typical, you could say, challenge to solve. Because as I discussed before, India is a market of cash on delivery. It's not something what you shipped is delivered. You need to have you need to do a lot of things into a funnel to get your shipment delivered. A lot of time in cash on delivery, you need to do order confirmation. You need to call your customers, check, hey, did you order? Do you really want this product? When you see the brand's funnel, the channels like Facebook, Instagram, there are a lot of people, customers who say, I mistakenly ordered this product, I don't want this now. Or there are a lot of consumers who say, I ordered this yesterday, now I found something better on somewhere else, so I will go with that, I don't want this product. So for you as a brand, it's anything that goes out of your warehouse to consumer, whether it's delivered or undelivered, there's a cost involved. So supply chain was one of the, logistics was one of the major pain points you could say, which I realized. I started my own brand and I burned a lot of my personal cash into it, and then I realized like this is the first thing to be solved. And when I met a lot of other founders who were doing good in social spends and in e-commerce, for everybody supply chain was a major problem that time. So that was one of the reasons, being from a tech background and a you could say e-commerce background, I thought about this is a product which we should start. We built this product in you could say 15 days beta. I was a tech, I had a good tech exposure. We launched this product. And we were live in, you could say, 20-25 days. We had active sellers, we had active shippers. We scaled this business in 2 years from, you could say, 0 to almost 20,000 active sellers. This involved a brand who sells on Instagram, even a brand who sells as a huge, from a huge warehouses, as well as somebody who ships out from even a home, you could say.
That's amazing. That's really amazing to create an entire product within 25 days and launching it. That's amazing. I think that needs an absolute level of clarity of what I'm going to deliver to the audience, right? So now we have a lot of people in the industry, in the logistics segment today. What do you think is one of the USPs of Nimbuspost that the e-commerce businesses should think about and use it?
See, when you're a young brand, when you start D2C, when you enter e-commerce, the logistics space in India is, you could say, on the one side there are traditional couriers. You will find stalls of DTDC, Blue Dart and all those stores near around. So that's not where you ship your shipments. So there are a couple of, you could say, e-commerce logistics player partners like Delivery, partners like, you could say, Express, partners like Blue Dart, who specifically have e-commerce as a service. And all bigger 3PLs, you could say there would be 5 or 6 companies, the major one in India currently, doesn't work with small brand. They don't have tech stack to do it. As a small business, even if you try to onboard with them, it would take you months. And even the commercials you get, the way you onboard a journey is something it will take, you could say it's a nightmare. It will take you a couple of months to solve and go live with any 3PL partner in India. So we solve as a funnel, like we are a one-click sign up. You come to us, you sign up, you got activated, and you get access to all different you could say we are like Make My Trip for e-commerce logistics in India, where like you cannot go and talk to hotels directly. You get all options right at one-click dashboard. You can choose access and go ahead and book it. So for any brand who starts this journey, you could say we solve a lot of their problems. We solve their go-live time. They don't need to worry. We help them to train on how things works, and we help them on entire journey of like going live.
That's really, really great. So for all the new businesses in the industry, Nimbuspost helps you at a very basic level actually, rather than you need to be a big business to onboard a shipping company. And yes, I am a person who has been using a lot of SaaS products, right? Okay. I have used a few things for my own books to deliver, and it was a nightmare for sure. Especially then using the tech actually, even using a product needs some sort of a technical understanding. And if that can be reduced for a user, it's easy. And I think a lot of e-commerce businesses are not very big. They are homemade businesses also, run by women, right? Okay. Homepreneurs, right? Delivering cakes or maybe chocolates, right? And they are not going to use technology at large. They want something one click, simple. So, Yash, what do you think? Now the festive season will come, okay? And during the gifting season, what happens? Like in a normal courier, we can send any sort of packaging, right? Just a simple courier packaging works, right? In the gifting time, we want a good packaging and delivered in a well post, right? And the handling should be done. So, how do e-commerce companies plan their entire shipments when it's come to gifting, and especially during this festive season?
Sure. So when it's festive season, you could say like for any e-commerce business in India, that's the season where like you have your maximum growth, or that's the period to make your, you could say, the best volume what you drive over the festive season. So the first thing is you need to plan well, because if you're doing a multi-channel and a omni-channel business, it's not just your website who drives the sale. There are a lot of marketplaces. You're selling on shelf. You're selling on different you could say quick commerce platform. So you need to be a very strong in planning how much inventory do you allocate to which placement. So let's say if I'm selling on 4 marketplaces, I know this is the SKU which is going to be on sale on my credit platform. So I need to plan the inventory and allocate that inventory and allocate that volume towards, okay, I'm going to run credit sale, I'm going to run certain SKU sale on certain marketplace, I'm going to run this SKU on my website, I'm going to run this there. So you need to be super sorted with planning. How do you distribute your entire omni-channel journey? That's one of the major problem which brands face. Because when you, while this festive, the caps are very high. So if you go and sell on your portal, you'd end up burning huge cash into it. So, and the volume of marketplaces is very high. So generally there are a lot of brands who you could say decrease their, the brands we work with. So our overall shipment volume goes, while the e-commerce